bunch of like 12 people, and I got a phone call that I had to take, so we're picking up right where we left off. I'm going to go ahead and get these frames assembled now. I'm going to shut up and you can watch me how I'm doing that, I guess. Get the jimping done on them, and then start doing some of the finish work, for at least for this one here, which goes with this blade. I'm going to try and finish that one out, maybe tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow. Alright, get my stuff in order here a little bit. Alright. Stop pin. Hopefully this is focused on what I'm doing. Yeah, sort of. During making one of these knives, you probably take it apart and put it back together again. I don't know, 50 times at least, maybe more, maybe 60 times, depending on how complicated it is. Some of them, you've got all kind of inlays and crazy stuff going on them. You may take the thing apart 100 times and put it back together 100 times. Just depends on what it is. I like to use a little spacer in here, and that helps keep my lock bar. Instead of it sitting down in here like this, I put a spacer in there and helps keeps everything flush. I like to shove one of these in there. It's just a scrap piece of titanium. It was at one point in time a back spacer, but something probably happened. I either cut it wrong or what's it called, replaced it for something else. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Get that tightened down, and there's our frame. You want to kind of like a ripple effect on this, so I just did this on the rotary platen over at the big mill. This is a Timascus show, and a really cool pattern. I can't wait to flame that thing. That's going to look really cool. And I just matched it on the back side. Let's put our clip in here. Oh, I got my screws backwards. Hang on. That one goes in the front. Come on. That's better. Now we don't have a screw sticking up in the back. Clip. Pin. Use a little hidden pin in there. And this little pin sits in there, and that just acts almost like a second screw to help keep the clip aligned. This way you can only have to do one screw in your clip. Sometimes you don't have enough room to get a second screw. And it's just a cleaner look with only one screw versus two. A lot of guys do the hidden screws too. I don't, just because I assemble my knives a little bit different. A lot of guys assemble their knives essentially the reverse of what I do. I start with my lock side facing down like this and build up. And the last thing to go on is the clip usually. So we got that one built out. Now we're going to build this one. First we'll take our clip off. Don't need that on there quite yet. Oh. Hi, Bob. How's it going? You are indeed the first to comment. Sorry, I'm not used to doing these. This is the first time I've ever really done one of these live streams, or whatever you call it. Honestly, to be honest with you, I didn't even know there was really a comment section in there to look at. Oh. Just a night's work. That's why the channel's A Day in the Knife. It's just all the little stuff that a knife maker does throughout the day while you're working on people's builds. Okay. These aren't too bad yet. There's not too many little fiddly parts to worry about, but this particular one is getting a bunch of different inlays out of this checkerboard carbon fiber, which looks really, really cool when it's all done, but that's for a little bit down the road. We're not quite at doing that yet. It'll be one of the next steps, though. I'm going to line that backspacer up a little bit better. There we go. That looks good. And put our spacer in our frame. Tighten everything down. Now we can put our clip back on. This is one of those times when I wish I had smaller fingers, because sometimes grabbing these little screws or little pins or whatever it may be can be a little much. Oh, at first I thought that said Post Malone. I was like, what the shit? Thank you, sir. Give me a bunch of puke faces. Awesome. Alright. That's that. So there's our two frames ready. Okay, and eventually they'll have blades in them, but for right now, we got to do some detail work. So we're going back over to the vise, and we'll get this thing set up here. Alright, let's see if I can get it to track me. There we go. We'll take these over to the vise and pretty much, hey now, where you going, buddy? Over here. There you go. So I'm working with this new AI gimbal thing. I've never used one before, so this is all new to me. Seems to be working now. It's tracking me around. That's pretty cool. Let's see. We're going to do our jimping on our backspacer first. I don't like to make this too tight. Just tight enough that it stays. Actually, I'm going to shove that down there a little bit more. There we go. And this whole trail. Keep all my little bits in here. That seems like a pretty sharp one. Alright. It's going to get loud again here shortly. I'm going to do 2 here. I would just put those 5 jimps right there in that backspacer. Hopefully I can get this to show a little bit better. Yeah. We'll just space them evenly. After you do them for so many years, you get so used to doing it, you don't even need to measure it out. You can just kind of eyeball it, and they know where to go automatically almost. I'm going to do those 5 there. Just like on the blade, I was showing you I do those 2 jumps on top of the blade. I do the same 2 on the front of the handle on almost all the knives. On almost all the knives. That looks good. We're going to use the smaller one for the top, which is not yet. We'll switch that over in a little bit. Now we're going to do the same thing on this one. Oh, I almost forgot. This is black Damascus. It's going to make a lot of sparks. Just like that. So you get a little bit of a light show. And I'm going to be somewhat blind. I'm going to do 2 and 2. It's pretty good. They're probably wondering, what the hell was that? That's all the zirconium in the black Damascus, which is essentially, if you don't know what it is, it's like Damascus steel, but instead of being made with titanium, or instead of being made of different layers of different grades of steel, it's made of different layers of titanium and zirconium. And the zirconium is what you're seeing spark like that. It does it when you grind it, when you cut it, everything. It's always sparking all the time. And this show scale is made of the same thing, so that when I go to do these 2 up front, it's going to spark like that again. And the clip is as well. So we're going to do the clip with the smaller bit. So you'll see this back side is titanium. When I do that, it won't spark. When I do the front side, it will. So I'm going to get loud again. That was the zirconium side. That was the zirconium side. Now we'll do the titanium side. It probably won't even spark at all. It's not. You're just seeing a little sparks on the very bottom of this hitting because I'm spanning 2 pieces. Alright, that looks good. Now we got our jips done on that, on the spacer, and then up on the front there. I'm going to switch over to the smaller bit in this, and get our just finer jimping, little accent pieces and whatnot. The finer jimping actually, well, shouldn't say it grips better than the bigger stuff, but it does, it's more comfortable. The bigger stuff just gets more meat of your finger in there. It grips really, really hard, but it's not quite as comfortable on the hands. Like it'll tear you up after a while if you're really using it hard. Whereas when you're doing it with this, is a 16th inch end mill. It's a much smaller cutout. Still grips very, very well, but it doesn't tear your fingers up at all. And I just do this for accents on the clip, and sometimes up here on the top of the backspacer. So we're going to get a light show again here. Let's see, is anybody yelling at me? Bye, oh, some other people are commenting. Oh, good deal. I don't know what the fuck that says. Don't care. I don't know if I'm not cutting very good. Let's switch to my other one. Try this guy. Looks good. Two up top. Alright, that one's all done. So just that little bit, we added a lot of accent to this frame that was otherwise plain a minute ago. Jumps up here on the top of our backspacer, 2 accents there. The 4 here, kind of staggered. 4 on the clip to kind of match the spacing on the spacer. So all the little things kind of tie it back together. And we're going to do the same thing on this one. Get up there. good. Good deal. All right. Bring you guys back over here and figure out what we're going to do next. Bring you guys back over to the main bench. And I think we're going to probably machine our fuller in this one. I'm wondering if I should kill this and then come back when I've got that mill set up, because it's going to take me a couple minutes to do that. And just make sure that that's what I want to do next. So I think I'm going to head out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you a little bit later.